So I recently played through Hades 2. I did play it on the Switch 2. It is one of my most anticipated games of this year. There was a point where I was like, is it not coming out this year? But lo and behold, it dropped. I've been with it. I hit end credits. I got the true ending. I do still have the epilogue to get to, which I'll probably get to later. I do need a little bit of a break, but let's get into it. First off here, of course, it is a sequel. It is taking place a good bit of time after the first one. They are both canon to each other. I wasn't 100% sure about that going into this. But we do have new characters here, as well as like your headmistress here, who's like your tutor, your teacher, who's been training you to complete the task, which we all know, which is death to Kronos. There will be some mild spoilers in this, nothing too deep, nothing too big. I do have a limited amount of time for this video, but I will just say outright, it's a fantastic game. If you loved Hades 1, you're going to love Hades 2. I've seen a lot of people ask, do you need to play the first one and play the second one? Honestly, you don't. You really don't. There's so much time between the two, and there's enough that fills you in the sequel about the first one that it really isn't necessarily necessary. But at the same time, there's so much you get context-wise, both gameplay and story-wise from that first one. I do think there is a good bit added to the sequel if you have played the first one. But necessity, no. You can absolutely just do the sequel if you want. But as for the reason you need to kill Kronos, he has taken over Hades. He has taken over your family's home. He's literally taken your family prisoner, and you really don't know what's going on with them. All you know is you've been tasked with death to Kronos. You need to defeat him, the being of time itself, to be able to save your family and put all these wrongs right, essentially, without getting too deep into it. In terms of characters that carry over, of course, there's going to be a bit with Hades and your family there. I won't get into that. But you'll even see some gods pop up. They will have new designs for the most part, and a lot of them will even have different roles. Like Dionysus here, who you don't see till like towards the latter end of the game. Like he's just somebody you would frequently kind of run into for a specific kind of buff. I do miss his ability. I do really miss just being able to poison everyone. But the new stuff is cool too. The gameplay is essentially the exact same as the first one. There's just a lot added to it to refine it, like some new abilities. Certain things work in different ways, different buffs, debuffs, stuff like that. And you have casting, which is a new attack mechanic that you didn't have as Zagreus. And of course, Melinoe is her own character in her own right, and she is absolutely delightful. And also, as you see here, the artwork is just so good, whether you're in a menu or just talking to one of the characters, old and new. I love the designs. I love the story. There is so much good here. And the music, oh my god. In terms of new designs for the gods, Chaos is absolutely my favorite. But Prometheus is a close second. Voiced by Ben Starr, I might add. But overall, easy 10 out of 10. Only downside is it does feel a decent bit like just more Hades. But that's not a bad thing.